Hey guys, what's going on? This is Trajan, and we're talking about Weapon X number 12. The only reason I actually bought this one was because my favorite cover artist, Dave Nakayama, he did the art for number 13, and I have a little side collection of all his covers. So I decided to pick it up, and I saw that this was part 2 of the Nuclear Wars arc, and that's part 1, so I decided to pick up part 1. This is written by Greg Pak, who should sound familiar because he's been the premier writer on the Hulk, and has given us such wonders like Planet Hulk, and has recently tried to kill all of us with his totally awesome Hulk series. Pak is what I describe as the most competent writer at Marvel, but it seems like he's just given up on caring. Even in this book, I guarantee that he wrote the last 7 pages first, and then 2 days before the deadline, he scrambled to write the first half of the book. Fortunately for him, because it starts really bad, and then it increases in quality, so by the time you're done with it, you're not actually angry you bought it, but we'll see if he follows up with the next one. This book can be split into 3 stages: the jungle scene, the raid, and Sabretooth's attack. Half of the raid and all of Sabretooth's attack is actually pretty cool. The jungle scene is so trash, and the first half of the raid is a little ridiculous, as you will see. We start off with the Weapon X team recovering from their last mission and on the hunt for food in the jungle of Mexico. The first page is fine because it clearly shows and illustrates that the team is getting restless and is itching for a fight. Then Domino does this cutesy, like, guys, we should totally, like, rob a bank and stuff, which becomes a running gag for the rest of the issue and is fucking horrible. Then comes some real nonsense that pissed me off. Warpath gets a phone call from the brother of an actually cool mutant who was killed off during the Weapons of Mutant Destruction storyline, the crossover with Totally Awesome Hulk that sucked. But the brother making the call is named Jorge, and he calls to say that they're under attack from a mutant Blackwater paramilitary gang that's killing mutants, and where's the American flag? Okay, fine. There's nothing crazy about that. That's the page. Let me just go back real quick. There's nothing crazy about that, just setting up the story. But wait, Warpath, how did this random kid get your number? He's an indigenous man trying to keep his family alive. So hell yes, I gave him my number. Hell yes. Look, I think this is just lazy writing. But I would love to see Domino's phone where she has every number from every female she's ever interacted with because they're female. The obvious story-based answer here would have been his brother was killed and he lives in a high mutant density area. There's probably going to be another attack. Then they make the point twice in one page, just in case you didn't get it the first time, that these commandos are going after families, including old people and kids. Which, as we all know, is a cheap way to get heat and to show the readers that these guys are bad people. Cheap heat equals lazy writing. Come on, Greg Pak, you were a Rhodes Scholar. You can do better than this. Then we have another stupid robbery joke and we're off. And oh, and then we have this fucking nonsense stamp with Squirrel Girl of all people. The next scene is part of the raid scene, and it starts off with the dictator. I imagine he's supposed to be Pinochet, which is a totally educated guess and has nothing to do with the underlying themes of this book. Basically, Pinochet says that they're using American technology for his own purposes, and America has actually nothing to do with these dudes wearing the American flag. Oh, and genocide to the mutants. BT dubs. So yeah, it's Pinochet. These soldiers here are entirely too casual, ready to execute these prisoners, but Greg Pak wrote this in about 4 hours at 3 in the morning, so fuck development. My favorite part is right here. I don't know if you can see her. Can you see her? This woman clearly is holding a knife. Like, she wasn't even casually searched when she was detained. They legit just threw her into this cage with her knife and said, fuck it, we'll deal with that later. Now, the second half of this book starts, and it actually gets pretty good. Weapon X shows up and starts their attack, I presume because the Banana Republic is so tiny, there's only one place for these dudes to be hiding. The artist, in my opinion, did a great job at getting across the frenzied pace of combat. The Nuke Squad is basically supposed to be stimmed out Terran Marines from StarCraft, and they're stimmed with red pills. Oh man, Greg Pak, I totally see what you did there, you cheeky bastard. Actually, it's not that serious. The pills have been around for quite a while, for at least 15 years, I think even longer. I know it was around during Wolverine Origins, which I think was mid-2000s. Sabretooth goes wild and starts cleaning house, and bum rushes into a nearby installation where he stumbles upon a factory making these pills. These pages are actually cool. You should read them if you pick it up. But anyway, he kills a bunch of people, which is always cool, and the big reveal, spoiler, 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 he finds the original nuke. My thoughts on this book are simple. Lady Deathstrike was barely in this. I totally forgot she was Weapon X for a while, and I saw the cover and I was like, oh fuck, yeah, she's in here. The first half sucked massive dick, but evidence leads me to believe that this happened because it was super, super rushed. In my opinion, the first half should have been the Weapon X crew finding the base after hearing that President Durante was rounding up mutants with the use of paramilitary commandos. We'll see how issue number 13 is for now, but for now I'll stick with the arc. Guys, this is Trajan. Like, share, and subscribe. You can find me at Trajan Channel. Let me know if you like the scripted videos better. I like them better. They're just a pain in the ass to write. And let me know if anybody's reading this. These books sell in the high 30,000s. And that's not with lenticular covers. With lenticulars are 50,000. But regular sales of these are 30,000 or 35, 36, 37,000. People are buying these. Why do we never hear anybody talk about them? Anyway, let me know what's up.